Have you ever feel like you lost the direction of your day and don't know what to do? You wanna spend your afternoon with somewhat productive activity but cannot tell what it is? Well, if that is the case, I have a great suggestion for you. Setting up a main task for each day. Yo, what up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Emre. I'm a freelance photographer and full-time game developer based in Turkey. In this channel, we mainly talk about productivity, photography, and programming. Today, we will discuss the importance of setting up a main task. I have been doing this for like 2 years now, and it is one of the best productivity tips that I ever got. We will talk about why it's a great technique and how I implement it to my life. And after that, I will show you some data from 2020 to see if it's working or not. But first, I need to get started on my main task, which is cooking for the week. Okay, we just came back from the grocery store and picked up some items for the food that we are making today. But before I start cooking, let me just tell you how I set up my main task for each day. It is super simple. So simple that I cannot even believe I'm making a video about it. I personally use Notion, but you can use any tool for it actually. You can use a calendar app or a to-do list app. Even a pen and paper works great. Just wake up every morning and ask yourself, what would I do if I can do only one thing today? It is not as dramatic as like, what would I do if it was my last day today? You cannot live with that drama every day. What we want is a simple goal to guide our day. Today's main task for me to cook for the week. As you may or may not know, I'm working full-time as a game developer. I learned that if you're working full-time, it's really hard to cook every day for what you eat. So on the weekends, I try to cook for a couple of days to get me through the week. So let's get started cooking, and after that I'm gonna tell you why I set up a task in the first place. Well, like all of the solutions that ever came up in history, my main task method also started to solve a problem. I used to find myself in the middle of the day and don't know what to do. You might be thinking to yourself, I'm always too busy, I don't have this kind of problem. But being busy and doing the things you should do are completely different things. It is easier to find things to do if you have a boss or a teacher tells you what to do, like finish this project by the end of the semester or deliver this task by the end of the week. You don't think you need any guidance if you have that kind of set of goals. But you have to make sure that things you do every day serve your main goal in life. I would like to repeat the last part. You have to make sure that the things you do every day serve your main goal in life. Because if you don't, you just become a tool that other people use to achieve their goals. I'm not saying you should live for yourself and not to help anyone. But you need at least one task to do every day for yourself to make that day count. I don't know if you remember, but I talked about it in my last video, how I got into the documenting the life thing. Well, setting up a main task is also a part of that. I have a big Notion document that grows every year. I put my main task for each day to the document and I put a check if I completed the task for that day. But here's the juicy part. I also rate my happiness and productivity out of 10 each day. I don't know if you like looking at the data and make this a bit more readable, but I definitely do. So let's have a look how completed my main task affected my overall happiness and productivity. First, let's have a look how many tasks I completed over the course of the year. As you can see on the graph on here, 260 completion and 106 fail. I actually think it's not that bad. If you think about it, there's a lot of things going on in a day and plans may change, and 71% completion, I say not bad. And as our new graph shows over here, this is how completing my main task affected my general mood of the day. My yearly average was about 6.4 out of 10, and completing my main task might not seem so effective, but not completing it is definitely a downer. As our third and final graph shows here, this is how completing a task affects my productivity. You can see the similar results. If I completed the task for that day, I feel more productive. It's easy as that. Of course, these are not scientific experiments. I'm only doing them to look my year in a greater perspective, but you can see it clearly how. If you want to try a similar technique, when you wake up tomorrow, just think, not even write, just think, what would you do if you could only one thing tomorrow? So, that's it for today's video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, it really helps. And if you like this video, you also might want to check out my previous video that I talk about my return to YouTube and why it doesn't matter at all. See you on the next videos. Peace out.